Welcome everybody to the 2016 cast interview. As you can see, we have summoned the American cast here to Canada in order to film the scenes for Season 3 of Revelations of the Seal of Orichalcos. As we requested to you in our previous video, you have asked your questions, and now we are here to answer them. Anthony has his little laptop there open, his MacBook.
Should we introduce ourselves?
What's that?
Introduce ourselves?
I guess so. I'm pretty sure they know who we are watching this video. I'm Tyler, you know who I am. I'm Valtor, you know.
I'm Travis.
I'm...
Hey, come on, man.
I'm Danny.
And I'm Anthony. Or Tony.
As I was saying, Anthony has his little MacBook open, and he's going to pull up the questions from both Facebook and YouTube, and we're going to answer them.
Alright, so I'm going to start with the Facebook ones because that's less comments. Here we go. Hannah Helen writes, oh, and I apologize in advance if I butcher any of your names or anything like that. I'm typically terrible with that. I mean,
It's pronounced Heedlum.
Is it really?
No.
Scumbag Danny. Hannah Helen writes, Dead Soldier Productions. Don't know if this question has been asked or not, but through the years of being part of the cast of Revelations and Seal of Orichalcos, what has been your favorite and least favorite part about being part of the show?
First, I say the least favorite part is filming when I don't want to. Is that what you're expecting me to say?
Yeah.
Because, like, I want to go to, like, the gym or, like, study or something. Tyler will be like, well, Travis, man, you gotta study. I mean, you gotta film, but I'll be like years ago when I was, like, working, I was, like, tired and stuff, and, yeah, I was just generally being lazy. My favorite part of the show is definitely any scenes to do with Sid. Just working with Sid in general is my favorite part of the show, because, yeah, it's fun.
My least favorite part of doing the show is when Travis says that he doesn't want to film.
Yes.
Like, for example, one time, or even worse, when we are filming, when I have Travis and Sid here, and we are filming, they'll, in the middle of the scene, Sid will just be like, hey, Travis, I feel like going to the gym. Let's go to the gym, man. And then they just stop filming, and they just walk away and go to the gym and just leave me here. And that's sometimes why the episodes take so long. And my favorite part is probably editing the show. I just really into doing all that kind of stuff. The visual effects and the music.
I mean, I don't really have a least favorite. It's like, I guess, not getting things done in a timely manner, because, like, sometimes we goof off, and I mean, while that's fun, I guess, you know, like, behind the scenes we crack a lot of jokes. Sometimes it means
salty.
Yeah, sometimes. Well, no, it just means that, like, sometimes we might not get to film as much as we'd like, or, you know, we have to wait longer to film something because we took too long kidding around. So I guess that would be my least favorite part of the show. And I'd say my favorite part of being the show is just, like, acting as any of my characters. Larthanox is particularly my favorite. He's really personal and close to me, as I've said in previous interviews. You know, acting is my passion, so, you know, just doing that.
I guess my least favorite thing would probably be being Night Fury, because the mask is literally, I can't breathe. And it's literally like after every line I talk, I'm like, oh, I can breathe again. And Tyler's like, okay, I need 2 more angles, the same shot, put the mask back on, Danny. Best part, just, yeah. Like, if it wasn't for Anthony, like I said, every other interview I've done, I never met these nuggets right here. And I think the whole thing I like about this show is just getting to know these guys and hanging out, whether we're filming or not, joking off.
She also asked, if you could relive a moment from being a part of the show, what would you relive?
I got this one. I would relive Brandon vs. Larthanox for Season 2, and I would make the fight scene actually better. As I said before, I drove 7+ hours that day. We got here, we decided to film we weren't going to, and I was just so aggravated. Was not on my A game for that fight choreography, and it was probably the worst fight scene you possibly ever saw on a YouTube show. and Tyler had to cut part of it out because when I went to punch him, you literally saw my hand go past his face, and his face didn't move at all.
Kind of like,
It was like, and he's like delayed.
I guess we'll like go reverse then. I
Yeah,
guess.
sure.
I would relive my earlier appearances in the series. Back when I started, it was like prior to my studying of acting, so I would say I was kind of amateurish, and like a lot of my scenes were quite, I'd say, mediocre compared. I feel like I've definitely progressed from the beginning, and I would go back and I would love to refilm some of those earlier scenes and like polish my acting since I've studied it a bit more and get it a bit better.
I would relive being Ricardo. Why? Because I have to be Travis the Trainee all the time, and I can't do anything like that's like too extravagant when I'm being Travis the Trainee because this guy gets salty.
It's not part of the vision, man.
Because apparently it's not part of the vision for like Travis the Trainee to do anything that's like not like really like extravagant. So like yeah, Ricardo was like a nice character to play like initially because he kind of had like that cocky attitude and like those flared out nostrils. Yeah. So yeah, I would relive playing him. But I mean, he's sealed now, I guess. So.
I guess if I could go relive by that, I mean, you guys mean like fix or whatever. I'd probably say like go back and fix the little loose ends that kind of got created in the story because certain characters would come in and then they'd just disappear and then we wouldn't be able to do anything with them and it would leave a little like plot holes everywhere. It's like, and then people will ask what's going to happen to this character and it's like, I don't know what to tell you because this actor's not very easy to get
a hold
film.
of.
Yeah, that's all I can say.
Alrighty, thank you, Hannah. Jared Lavone asks, alright, here's 3 questions for you. Happy cat face. I like the little happy cat face, like, haha, I'm getting you with all these questions. Number 1, have you thought about creating original soundtracks for the show and or releasing them later on a platform like iTunes or SoundCloud, or is it just time and effort you don't want to put in? Tyler, I'm going to field that over to you.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to make the music that fits with the vision or that like I want to use for the show. So like I've actually made a couple songs for the show. Like I made like one of Vanderpool's earlier themes. I actually made that song. I made like kind of like around the episodes of the Dual Academy stuff. There's a couple songs in there that I made. But like any of the big stuff, I probably just I just pick something like from a show or an anime that I've watched. And by the way, people usually ask me, "What's the soundtrack? What song do you?" I'm like super like particular. Like I don't like telling people that stuff because it's like the shows that they come from are like really good and it's like you gotta watch the show to know the song. Like I can't just give you the song and then you use it and like it kind of like it's one of those like pet peeve things of mine. It's like you don't like, it's kind of like the song is like it has a connection to like specific characters from like an anime and then it's like they're just using it in the show and they haven't seen the anime so they don't appreciate it as much. Like it's kind of weird, but that's like a pet peeve of mine.
I've kind of like dabbled in music a little bit. I'm in a metal band, so like, yeah, I know some stuff about like music. I don't know, maybe in the future I might write some or like make some tracks and stuff for the Revelations, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I just get in front of a camera and say stuff.
I just play drums, but that's about it.
Yeah. Okay, number 2. Out of the cards Tyler has created for the show, which ones are your favorites? Up to 3 apiece, I suppose.
Should we cut down 2? Or do 3 still?
Sure, what's the question?
Our favorite cards that Tyler has created for us. 3 apiece.
I would say just any of Larthenox's cards in general. I'm like, where the heck do you come up with these names?
Meteor Dragon.
Meteor.
I didn't make that card. It's a real card.
Okay,
Probably
fine.
Cryos is on them. Those are created ones.
Yeah, the Cryos cards are really versatile, and they come in handy for for summoning the big guys.
My favorite card that I made from one of my characters is in the next episode, and he's spoilers, and I can't tell you what it is, but you'll know it when you see it. And like all of Valtor's cards are my favorite. Like really, when I see these cards, I'm just like, these are like the most beautiful things I've ever seen, and I wish they were real, but they can't be real because they're too OP. That's all I can say.
They would break the game.
They like everyone would have this. Like they wouldn't be. You wouldn't play it. Like it would just come in the game and it would just be banned.
Well, Tyler hasn't for Brandon's deck for season 2. The duel against Rob and Brandon, what's really Night Fury. I made some of those cards and you put them into card form then. So maybe pretty much the cards that I like that Tyler has made for me are spoilers and they come in season 3. And they're like, besides Tyler making them, I had a fan make cards for me for the deck and they made it more balanced. So between the two of them makes my deck a lot better. And some of the fusions. I don't want to spoil anything, but some of the fusions are pretty cool.
Number 3, would you consider holding a contest to create cards to be used in the show, maybe with cameo appearances from easily defeated duelists?
Yeah, maybe. Like a lot of people have been asking if they can make cards for the show, so maybe. But then it's like kind of hard to fit it into like sometimes characters' decks. It doesn't like fit in, or like I'll have like another idea for like a card that I want them to use, stuff like that.
I mean, most of the stuff is already scripted. Like we said, we finished season 3 on our end, so like the script's pretty much written at this point. Although I always thought contests would be like a cool idea just to see what the fans could do. Like I would enjoy like a contest, like maybe for like prizes or something. I don't know necessarily about a cameo appearance in the show, but maybe like I don't know, Danny signs cards sometimes, and maybe he can give away a signed copy of something, or I don't know, maybe we can print one of our custom cards and be like, hey, you can have one of these, or something like that.
I know a while ago we put a thing on YouTube and Facebook about if you want to be in the show, there's a way you could either tend to get sealed, we use that for footage, or you hailing Valtor, or send your picture in for the soul wall. So those are your only ways you get in the show as a cameo. You wouldn't have any lines though, but you have a chance to be getting sealed or hailing Valtor, or your picture on the soul wall. So that's still on the table for stuff, but yeah, contests are fun. Cards, like Tyler said. Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jared. Ian Terrell, will you ever use monsters from the anime?
Dark Magician!
Yeah,
Blue Eyes White Dragon!
Yep.
Red Eyes Black Dragon!
Yeah, we kind of
Meteor Dragon, is he in it?
Yeah, he's in the episode.
Obelisk the Tormentor!
Obelisk.
Yeah.
The Seal of Orichalcum!
There's tons of cards.
Yeah.
Timaeus!
We don't want to use entire decks
Yeah.
that are real or from the anime, but we like to feature like the like bigger cards sometimes.
Summon Skull. Sorry,
Stardust Dragon.
Yeah. We want to get through. Yeah, we want to get through all these questions.
Oh yeah.
Well.
Thank you, Ian.
Yeah, the other one.
Mike Archer asks, will you ever use real archetypes like Yang Zings, Fluffles, and so on?
Yeah, it's like we just say we don't like. It's like when you have a real archetype. It's like we like when the characters have their own decks, they're more personalized for each character, and like you never know what that character is gonna bring out. Like when you have a real deck, you kind of can tell already. You know what that decks do because you're gonna like people who play the game will probably know the deck. They'll know what it does.
It'll become too predictable.
Yeah, like it kind of just becomes predictable.
It would be like, oh, Orthodox is summoning Grapha again. Like, no.
They're like, oh,
Yeah.
this guy has Light Sworn. He's just gonna summon and get the 4 in the grave and drop a Judgment Dragon.
Yeah.
Or what if you used like an archetype that already exists against one of our own custom archetypes to see
it would get destroyed.
To see how it would.
They would lose.
It would get
The way
destroyed.
Tyler and Anthony create cards,
we kind of create like more powerful cards that would be then like any other real card. Like we don't put like a lot of restrictions on what we do in the actual show, so it's kind of just adds like more dramatic stuff. Like it's kind of like say like someone like Valtor, kind of explained and like somewhere along the line, but Valtor's got some pretty busted cards.
Alright, thanks, Mike. Riser Clone, I have 2. First, like in the Arc 5 series, if you could pick your own action field, what would it be for each character and your actual selves? I'll be honest with you, I haven't watched anything past the 2nd episode of 5Ds, so I don't know a lot about Zexal or Arc 5, so I'm going to field that over to Tyler.
I haven't watched anything past Duelist Kingdoms, the whole Yugi attempt, though. Yep, that's
I don't even know what an action field
Same.
is.
Basically, in Arc 5, there's these new field spells called action fields, and the solid vision in the dual discs, like the holograms are solid now, and you can actually touch them and move on them. You can jump on the monsters, you can ride them around. And action duels are like you literally physically move and run around. You like pick up these things called action cards, which are like quick play spell cards, and you can activate them in like a block attack.
Yeah, that's
quick
your
damage.
answer.
Yeah.
So if I could, like, action field, like, they're kind of like different places, like volcanoes, like, just like, kind of like any field spell. I really like the what they did with one of the later arcs in the show, with the Speed World one. I thought that was really cool, where they had to, like, ride the D wheels, and then they were, like, picking up the cards as they went along. If I had to pick, like, an elemental one, probably, like, a volcano or something, something like
It
that.
sounds like Magic the Gathering.
Yeah,
something. It's more like dynamic.
Like, they always add, like, a new, like, gimmick to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Shows to make them interesting.
And then Riser Clone also asks, second in like Arc V out of Fusion, Synchro, XZ, and Pendulum, which are you best at / with, whether it's your character or not? I don't understand pendulums. I'll be the first to admit that. I think it's kind of a gimmicky thing. So I didn't even bother with them. I would say for me personally, I'm better with Synchro and XZ, because that's basically what I use in my Lightsworn deck.
I don't know what any of that stuff is. I don't know Synchro, I don't know Exceeds, I don't know Pendulum. Like, all the stuff that I know is, like, from, like, the OG Yu-Gi-Oh! Like back with, like, Yugi and, like, Joey and, like, all those guys. Like, that's, like the Yu-Gi-Oh! That I'm familiar with.
I know some stuff now because of the roleplay, but my comfort zone still, like with Travis, is the OG stuff.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Thank you, Riser. Michael Marcinek.
Let's go, man.
Thank you guys for helping me inspire my own Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. As for my question, out of all the steps to make a Yu-Gi-Oh! Live action series, or any live action series for that matter, which step is the hardest?
Getting people in the show to film scenes.
Yeah.
And, like...
Actors. Reliable actors.
Yeah, because if you write a plot and you don't have a reliable actor and you write them in for, like, a long time and then suddenly they just appear...
Yeah, make sure
it doesn't work and the whole thing just like collapses.
Yeah. Make sure if you're gonna have like a character who's going to be like a long-term character, make sure that the actor playing them is someone who's reliable, who you can count on to like do things.
And don't write a script before you have any committed people, because like I told a friend of mine the other day, it really sucks when you write this big epic story and like you're crazy about it and passionate about it, but you can't find anybody to play your characters, and it's like it just seems like a whole bunch of wasted potential. So my best advice to you is get people committed, get an editor, get actors, get everything you need before you even start to write the script. So then you don't disappoint yourself.
Like, you actually want to know that you can do it before you actually try to do it, because you don't want to write too far ahead. Because, like Anthony said, you write too far ahead. Oh, I wrote in all these cool characters, but I don't have anyone to play them.
Thanks, Mike. Tyler Jungerheld. Are you still going to be doing the Get Sealed and Hail Valtor clips that fans send in? Not sure if you consider that spoilers. No, it's not spoilers.
Yeah, you can still say that.
Yeah, we can fit those in. I think that's more like that's more into like season 3 though, right?
Yeah, I think it's easier if you just message them to the Dead Soldier Productions Facebook page. I think from there we can just download them from the actual messenger thing on there.
Thanks, Tyler. Sarah Gomez asks, can you please give us a small little hint on what is going to happen to Sky Silver in a future episode?
I'm afraid. I'm afraid that's we can't like Heather, like we said it before in other interviews, Heather, she plays Sky Silver. She moved away and she couldn't film any scenes anymore, so the last scene we showed of her was Larthanox eating her. So after that, the likelihood that you will physically see her again is very low, although it's possible that she might be mentioned again in one way or another. So I can't give you a hint on what exactly what happened to her, but you'll probably find out eventually.
Thank you, Sarah. Daniel Ladd, will you ever use malefics like Blue Eyes or Red Eyes, etc., for maybe a powerful clone or new character?
It's like the same thing, like the real cards.
Yeah.
We like using, like they're pretty strong, but it's just we like building like decks for like each character.
Although that would go well with the seal because the whole the field spell needed. Thanks, Daniel. Caitlin, hey guys, not sure if this has already been asked, really hope it hasn't, but if you guys were to be in a video game / TV series, what would you want to be in? Stay awesome, you guys. Dragon Age. And I would be a mage, of course, because, you know, mages are awesome.
Video game or TV series?
Okay.
Okay, Daredevil.
Once upon a time for a TV series, because, again, magic.
I would second the Daredevil for TV series. Daredevil's my favorite, but...
What?
You didn't say Arrow?
I'm sorry, Arrow. Yeah, Arrow. Arrow. And if it was a video game, I'd hope Travis and I would go into Last of Us and be bow buddies some more.
Yeah, man.
Bow buddies, yeah!
Last of Us would be kind of scary, because, like...
Zombies, man. Like Walking Dead, almost.
The bromance is staggering.
I guess I would probably... I don't really watch a lot of TV. I watch, like, anime, like, on, like, the computer a lot. Probably just pick Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Obviously, because I'm making this show.
Star Wars Battlefront?
Yeah, like, probably, like, one of the... Like, probably maybe Star Wars, Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy. It's a really old PC game. Well, now it's old, but that's probably the video game I'd pick.
Because we're old.
Yeah.
Thanks, Caitlin.
Oh, another one from Sarah here. What was your inspiration for the series? That would go to Tyler.
Basically, almost 10 years ago, we were bored one day and we made this video in our alleyway. It was with Matthew and Joseph, and we were like, you know, I feel like making a Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie. We made a Star Wars movie before. It's like when we first started making videos. They're not on YouTube. We didn't post them on YouTube. I still have them on my computer somewhere. I'm not uploading them to YouTube. But basically, it's the video, and like it's basically the starting point of this like series. It shows how Matt and Joey lost their soul. It's like a little trilogy thing we made. It's probably what inspired it. I just love Yu-Gi-Oh! In general. The show, I like the show kind of more than the actual physical card game, but I just really like it. That's kind of just what inspired it.
Alright, let's see here. Bryce Noble, 2 questions. Who played the role of Devin, and is Kron Defender a normal trap card or a counter trap card?
And the early episodes, like episode 5 and 11, our friend Janice played Devin. And then it kind of got difficult to get some scenes. So in the more recent episodes, Travis put on like an outfit where like we can't just like not have Devin appear. So we had Travis. He did his best Devin impression, and we used a few. We used a few of like the old voice clips that Janice had given us before. And there was another part to that. There was this one trap card, the Kron Defense. It probably should have been a counter trap card. It's kind of like the program I use. Like when you're making card after card after card, you miss a few small details. So I probably missed out on putting the little counter trap. It probably should be a counter trap card.
Thanks, Bryce. Dennis Farrell, I have a question for Travis in episode 33. How did it feel using a Signer Dragon like Stardust Dragon?
It felt like playing any other card.
Nice.
I mean, like, I don't know. How did it feel playing Stardust Dragon? What is Stardust Dragon's effects again?
Like he didn't watch anything past the original Yu-Gi-Oh, so he doesn't associate that card with Yusei, and like he doesn't know that's his main card, so it doesn't like do anything for him when he plays that card.
I'm sorry to say this, but for me it's just another card.
A better question would probably be, what does it feel like to play like Obelisk the Tormentor or something? Who knows what that is?
Yeah, well, like to play like Obelisk, it's like power. I'm about to kick your ass. It feels like powerful, just like sitting there, like knowing that you're like behind you. There's gonna be this giant thing, like erupting from the ground. So, yeah, it feels pretty cool.
Alright, thanks, Dennis. Matthew Nicholson. Here's one for Tyler. Is there a specific reason why you gave them those deck types, like how Travis has Dragon deck or how Brandon has Dark Magician deck, or was it just their deck because they wanted it?
Travis really likes dragons. He's always had like a dragon deck, so his whole deck was based around these custom dragon monsters. Danny likes Dark Magician. That's his favorite card, so his whole deck is based around the Dark Magician. And Larthanox's deck is just
an asshole.
Yeah, it's just like a douchebag. It just reflects his personality as a character.
Thanks, Matthew. Austin Carter, to all, what are your high hopes for Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dark Side of Dimensions movie? I mean, I haven't really heard much about it. I mean, I haven't even seen Bonds Beyond Time, admittedly. I started to watch the intro to that, and then I had to, life got in the way, but, I don't know. I mean, I'll probably check it out eventually on my long list of things to watch.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't think it was like absolutely necessary. Kind of, unless it might tie into Arc 5, because I know the other movie tied into 5D. So maybe.
All right, thanks, Austin. Jared Rodriguez, are you playing Pendulum Monsters in your future episodes? Yes. Thank you.
We're not going to tell you who
or when, but yes. Thanks, Jared. Austin, Tyler Lemon, what kind of microphones do you use and what kind of video camera? Tyler, that's you.
The microphone, we usually just use the one that's built into the camera because we don't have like a super fancy one because they're expensive. The camera is just like a Canon camcorder. It's kind of old and a bit out of date, probably, but it does the job pretty well.
Alright, thank you, Austin. Dante Cavazos. I hope I said that right. Will the Claw of Hermos and Fang of Critias be played in the series soon?
Spoilers.
Maybe.
There is one dragon, perhaps the two others will arise. They are a trio of monsters after all.
Indeed, thank you.
We'll get them.
Thank you, Dante. Oh, Dennis Fro again. I also have a question for Danny in episode 32. How did it feel using the Eye of Timaeus against Larthanox?
Freaking awesome! I begged Tyler for since I got in the show, can we bring the dragons in? He's like, I don't know, I kind of want to stay with the dragons. I'm like, please, can I have Timaeus? He's like, okay. And he was still on the fence about it, and I went on Orc and I actually bought the anime version of the card. And I showed Tyler, oh, it looks sick. You okay? I'll put him in the script. So it was awesome.
It wasn't awesome for me. It was BS. I should have won.
Salt.
Let's see here. Okay, we got
Jack Rhodes.
Jack Rose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Sorry. No, I'm trying to read these on my screen ago. Okay. Where do you guys get the music before episode 9 begins when Travis says, so I will set this card face down on my turn?
That's a little too specific for me.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing, I don't really like talking about how I do things or how I edit or where I get my music from.
Does Valter have an archive of the number cards? What would that be called?
He doesn't have an archive of the numbers because we were considering putting them in the show, but then they kind of just needed a lot of plot added to them, and they need their whole story arc, and then it's they don't really tie into the main plot, so we're probably not going to add the numbers to the show. But if Valtor did have a number archive, it would be called the Numbers Archive.
Are the last Pentacle monsters that Chimera use spoilers?
The last ones?
The only ones, I guess.
What?
That's the only ones he used.
He used it's possible that the pentacles may reappear. I'm not sure if that's spoiled.
And is Cora, aka KP, still in the show?
She is.
Kinda?
She is in the show. You will see her in season 3.
Yeah.
But the reason she's not here now, all her current scenes have already been filmed.
Yeah, she's not filming anymore.
We didn't have any more scenes for her, so all the scenes.
We refilmed our scenes because we added some new stuff that had to be, for continuity reasons, refilmed.
Yeah.
Because it would look different if 1 minute Brand's like, oh, and then also next minute's like, oh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you will see her in season 3. We did have stuff filmed with her.
3 years ago.
Yeah, 3 years ago. Okay, thanks, Jack. Aaron, workout routine. Hey ho, hey ho. I don't work out.
For workout routine for Sid and I, we work out.
Keep it brief.
Please be brief.
All right, I'm gonna give you the brief version. We are a big believer in working out legs, so we work out legs twice a week. One day we have quads and calves, and the other day we have hamstrings and glutes. The rest of the the rest of the workout's pretty standard. It's you got chest one day, and then we combine shoulders with traps, and then we have back. And there's not really a specific day for arms. We just combine arms with either like one of the other days that exist. And in terms of like reps and sets, we do things differently, like according to like I'm trying to keep it brief, but like whatever works for us. So like for me for example, I know that like really heavy weight works for me. That's what gets like my muscle like actually growing, and the same thing works for Sid. So right now we're lifting really heavy weight and trying to like
And then you put it down.
yeah.
And you lift it up. And you put it down.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Aaron. Sorry, we're trying to do this.
Sorry, I'm trying to explain it briefly. but
Maybe we'll do a video later
Yeah.
explaining it more in depth what the workout
Yeah,
is.
yeah. Something
if
like
you really
that.
want to know like in terms of everything we do.
James McMillian asks, what was your funniest moment throughout the series? They're all spoilers for me. Currently, yeah, I'll pick a current moment. Cause like, I don't know, my funny. Okay, the ultimate funniest moment for me.
We filmed it.
We filmed it recently. It was a spoiler, so I won't say that one. But I'm pretty sure you'll be able to guess it when it eventually pops up in the show.
20 years from now.
20 years from now. The current funniest moment for me. Oh God. Let's see. Currently. Richie.
It's, it's just like Slade's real name in the show is Richard Smith, so we just have this joke where we always go back. We just go Richie!
It's like
Whenever he puts the suit on.
because like he's supposed to have like a messed up face like under his mask. That's
Richie. Spoilers.
just some inside joke. Was that a spoiler?
Yeah,
possibly.
like anything Carlos does, it's to me,
Yeah,
it's
kinda.
just funny.
Yeah,
It's just
Carlos.
Yeah.
Let's go for my dick loses weight.
great. Yeah, like anything he says is just like a good moment.
Anthony dropping the seal on his dual disc on episode 10. My first appearance as Rob. That's pretty jokes. Or how I went from having black shoes to white shoes in episode 10, and a clean shaven face to a scruffy face, and they went from no hair to hair.
Indeed.
Thank you, James. Adam Ralph has a couple questions here. Are we going to see new archetypes in the seasons? Yes. What is your favorite episode of Seal? Oh boy. Okay.
When Yugi plays the seal. No, I'm kidding.
No, I think he means our
Oh, our seal.
Seal of Orichalcos.
I would say. I'd say 32, but I'm a bit biased.
We're biased.
But
That's our favorite.
I
That
thought it.
too.
I mean, it was so interesting just seeing what I filmed because I filmed that stuff 2 years ago and I kind of or like 3 years ago and I kind of forgot, how much of a dick I was, and then when I resaw it, I was like, oh man, I was an asshole. This is awesome.
I like punching him, but it messed up at the end.
Do you guys want to answer that or?
My favorite episode is the next episode.
Of course.
Here's boy. What's your favorite episode so far? That's not spoilers.
My favorite episode is not spoilers.
The last 35 episodes.
It's a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
Probably something to do with Zashin,
You okay?
which may be spoilers.
No, that's not.
Ashley versus Elysius?
No, Zashin is.
Zashin versus someone, but I'm not gonna say who.
Okay. Let's see here. And then, you made it. What? Okay, we already kind of answered what made it, why we made it, and were you expecting it to be this famous?
Not really, no. It was just like, I'm bored, I'm gonna make this Yu-Gi-Oh video. And everyone just started liking it, and they're like, oh, make more. And then I just, it was originally only gonna be like 6 episodes, and then like, these guys came in, I was like, okay, we have to expand their storylines now, and then we just kept adding more and more stuff to it, and then it just kind of blew up. in this big long story thing.
All right, thanks, Ralph. That concludes the Facebook portion of our question thing. I did see something though from Daniel A's Cruz on the page. I have a question. Did you kill off Carlos because he's busy and can't film anymore, like Sky Silver?
Yeah, that's why he couldn't. He was getting really busy with school. He's studying like civil engineering and stuff. That's kind of why the episodes were taking so long to come out, because it took us a really long time for him to get a break so he could come film the rest of his Carlos scenes. And then I asked Sid, "Are you getting like, do you want to be Carlos still?" And I wrote 2 scripts. There's one script that got filmed where Carlos fails to defeat Devin and he dies. Well, the episode's been out for a while. He dies, and then the other script was one where he actually succeeds in defeating Devin. And I asked him to choose, and he's like, I don't think I could do this anymore because I'm just too busy. So he said he just decided that it'd be best to kill Carlos off, pretty much. And he was a great character, but he just got too busy.
He was really good for comedy relief.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He said something about 6 legs, but I won't go into that.
Yeah.
All right.
YouTube time.
Okay, YouTube time. Some of these were already kind of answered from Facebook. I see there's a couple of posts that kind of tie in, so we want to try and get to some of the questions that haven't been answered. So let's see here. Yeah, we did the workout routine. That's kind of spoilers, so I'm not even going to mention that.
Sorry, Aaron.
Sorry, Aaron. But the second question you asked, PM Tyler that, because that's spoilers. Definitely spoilers. Yeah. Funniest moment in the series, we did that. We did the advice.
Just trying to obtain new dragons later on in the series. Not spoilers.
Yes, you'll get new cards. You'll see new cards.
Okay.
Let's see. What's your favorite deck?
Deck?
Real life deck.
If you're talking real life deck, I would say Lightsworns. If you're talking show deck, well, they rise.
I like that Pentacle deck. Looks pretty cool. It's interesting to look at. I was just gonna say with the when the pentacles appear and stuff, it's interesting to look at.
I like Travis's deck with the Cryos or Valtor's deck. That's pretty OP.
Did you say yours, Tom?
If I had to pick a real deck, I'd probably pick the Boujin deck, because it's just really my play style, which is to stick a powerful monster or one monster on the field and just keep juicing him up with stuff. And then the other one I like is the DDD deck, the Triple D as they call it in the English dub. And that one's not released in English yet, but I'd love to have it in real life. And if I had to pick the show deck, I'd probably pick Valtor's deck. Can't go into details on that because it's spoilers, but I'm pretty sure everyone can guess what's in it or what type it is.
Oh no, that's your YouTube channel. I kind of did that. Who are your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh characters?
One each, what do you think?
And that's from the O'Coker.
Coker 13. Theo Coker 13.
Oh, wow. Theo Coker, I'm an idiot. Theo Coker 13. Who are your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh characters? Villain-wise, I would say Yami, Merrick, and Darts. I know I'm really lame because I haven't seen much of this stuff. I'd say Yami, Merrick, and Darts villain-wise, and hero-wise, I'd probably go with Yugi because I can't stand Jaden hero-wise. I can't stand a lot of GX's characters. I know it's terrible to say. I'd probably say anybody from the original series.
My hero would probably be Joey because I like his cocky attitude. That's why I try and bring into my character. I try to sound cocky a little bit. Villain-wise, who's the one who used the armor deck?
Oh, Valen.
Valen
yeah.
from Warrior Countess is probably my favorite villain character. Misunderstood villain, obviously, because he joined Valtor for obvious reasons. Valtor, sorry. Darts. But yeah, Valen.
I would actually say Joey as well, because I just find him hilarious, because I just the way he talks and his face sometimes, yeah.
I'd probably pick Merrick and Darts from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Like Zone from 5Ds, Vector from Zexel. He's basically like Larthenox. And I like a Capo Reiji from Arc 5. He's pretty cool.
Who's the one that's always going,
That's John Michel.
Oh, okay. Because I know you reverence him a lot, too.
Yeah. He's like really, I like him a lot, too. He just does like the best facial expressions.
Alright, thank you, Theo, not the Oker. Supreme King 27, few questions. Will Carlos get Kratos or Hamos? Carlos is dead. That's just blunt.
Maybe he didn't know that. I don't know.
He said he just finished watching the series yesterday.
Carlos is dead. Sorry.
Carlos is dead, yeah.
Sorry, guys. I know a lot of you really like Carlos. Do any of you guys like or ever played Pokemon? I don't know if you mean like the card game or the games. Card game, I like Yu-Gi-Oh! Better. And I play the video games.
I play video games.
Yeah, like the Game Boy Color games.
Yeah.
I played those for a bit, and I collected the cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play the video games, yeah.
I was planning on making a Pokemon game. I was wondering, can I use some of your guys' ideas? Like, Travis and Carlos end up in the Pokemon world, and Valter is there causing havoc because they have no idea on how to return to the world. Well,
That's interesting.
it sounds interesting, but you might have to fight Game Freak over that one. They might get a little upset at that and come after you with copyright. I don't know. I know Konami's pretty much a dick when it comes to copyright because they actually took one of our episodes down for about 2 weeks and we had to fight them for it because we used the seal. So I don't know if Pokemon's any nicer, but you might have to fight them for that. It sounds pretty cool.
Look at Slosh. They got their video taken down for how many
Yeah,
years?
yeah.
So probably not.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with copyright stuff because
Someone's gonna play me in like a Pokemon series. So like they're gonna put on like a wig and like a fake.
Yeah, right. All right.
Imposter!
Let's see. Thanks, Supreme King. Ares Draco.
Did that one already.
Draco. Okay.
Pendulum Monsters.
Yes, pendulums. Yeah, we got pendulums. A lot of you asked about pendulums, so yes. Nate Rem, if you could have any deck in real life, regardless of the price, what deck would be? Regardless of price. What was that deck that I wanted to build that was really expensive? I had like the really expensive extra deck. But regardless.
Was it one Lights one you wanted the one card we want to get for a tournament win?
Yeah. They finally decided to make Lightsworn's competitive, and then we're gonna make Minerva the Exalted a prize card, and it's gonna be like $400. But to make use of the deck, you gotta run 2 copies of her, so $800. There was another deck though that I wanted to buy. Either Teller Knights or what's the other one? Cleafords, or they were pretty expensive.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, Necros. I would build Necros or Spellbooks.
Yeah, I'd probably just build the DDD deck. It's like super cheap, but I'd still build it. I just like that. That deck's just really cool. It uses all the summoning methods, and I just want to do it.
Next one.
Bubba Ace, did you say season 4? Yes, there will be a season 4. And if this one keeps adding ideas to the show, we're gonna be like season 5. Well, I don't know.
They won't complain about that.
They wouldn't complain about it. Tyler would be like, yes, that I will.
30 years from now, we're still filming scenes. Well, now I have kids now. I have the son of Baltor.
Or like Billy Blaine. I will avenge Rob Blaine. Good boy, Billy.
Yes,
all right.
Pendulum Monsters.
Pendulums. I have 4 questions. What would Kazuki
Tarot Cash.
Takahashi say about all this?
I don't know, I'm not him, but I hope he'd like it. It's a little more hardcore than most of this actual stuff in the show, but...
What do you guys say? We Dark Side of Dimensions movie. Why does Carlos talk gibberish?
We write a script for Carlos, and Sid just says whatever he wants, and we find it hilarious.
We will be using pendulums.
Sid improvises like every one of
He
his
improvises
lines.
every single line. Unless he sees a line in the script, he's like, I gotta say that. Like, this is kind of rare. He'll just say whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And I'll kind of tell him it has to be you're talking about this, and he'll just say a line like that, and he just comes up with the super funny stuff. I don't write any of that.
That's just the way he works.
That's the way he works.
That's the way he thinks. He, gibberish. He just comes out.
Let's see. What kind of equipment? I mean, kind of.
Yeah, we kind of spent that right.
Yeah, this is like a little camcorder. Like, I don't even remember what model it is, and it just
Your custom made green screen.
Oh, someone had a question for Sid, but he's not here.
I could try answering.
A question for Sid: what is Carlos based on?
Someone personally or just random?
He's just.
I don't know if I could answer that.
He's kind of Carlos. I think Carlos is just like.
The comic relief?
Yeah, he kind of like he's. I don't think he's based on anything. He kind of just. He can just put on this act.
Yeah.
And he's like his own thing.
The only requirement for Carlos that Sid wanted was
to have the accent.
To have the accent.
And
yeah.
he wanted, like, the first episode he was in, he's like, yo, I feel a little naked. I want to have, like, a hat or something. Okay, I went downstairs, grabbed, like, the first hat I just gave him, like, that Toronto Maple Leafs hat, and it just became, like, a plot to fight for, like, the whole show.
So, yeah, I don't know if he's based on anything.
Yeah, he's kind of just, like, his own thing.
Let's see, what is your inspiration for those C cards?
Whatever looks sick.
For the cards?
Yeah.
What is your inspiration for the OC cards you create? Like?
I don't even, like...
Never worked.
Whenever I'm thinking of the character, I'm, like, writing the script, I can kind of just imagine what I want them to play, like, what kind of deck they'd have, or I'd think, maybe we should introduce this kind of deck or strategy in the show, and then the names, like, I don't even know, or I come up with it myself. It just comes to me in my head, and like, as I'm typing, I'm like, oh, this card, I'll call the archetype this.
It's part of the vision.
Yeah, it just comes as part of the vision.
Alright, let's see here. How old are you guys, and how long have you all worked together? I am 22. I'm turning, believe it or not, I'm turning 23 in August. I've been with the show since May of 2011 was when I first contacted Tyler about being in the show. I was looking up Ori Kalkos music, and I saw a live action series, and I was like, ooh, what's this? And then I saw in an episode that he was looking for actors. I said, ooh, my major is acting. Maybe I should message him. And he said, oh my gosh, you're the first person to message me without demanding you put me in your show, so I want to give you a chance. And then the rest is history.
I am 26. I'm turning 27 in November. I got in the show October 2011, I believe it was, or September. Anthony came to college. I was an orientation leader in RA, and I help out new students. And I saw he was an actor for it. I watched the show. I said, if you need any extras, let me know. He contacted Tyler. They put me in as Rob, and I guess they liked my acting, even though it was kind of crap in my opinion. But I thought it was pretty good, so they gave me another part. So I came back as Brandon Blaine, and then obviously I came in as a evil person as Night Fury, which you'll see more of him in season 3. But so yeah, I've been here 5 years this fall. I've been with them, and we met them 3 years ago. So 2 years of just sending them clips, and then 3 years actually knowing them.
I'm 22. I'll be 23 next month. So May, depending on when you watch this. Yeah, I don't know. I'm Tyler's brother, so I was just in the show by default from the beginning.
And I'm 24. I just turned 24 yesterday. I've been in the show since I invented it.
Okay, this is sort of a question as the deck Larthnox has, or spoiler, before he was thrown into the Sphere. Where does the lore come from? Okay, well, this is kind of weird because for me, first off, I wanted to use Dark Worlds, and Ty was like, no, you're not getting an archetype. I was like, okay. So I said, well, give me effects like Dark Worlds, because I want, like, really nasty effects. So, he came up with the May Rias archetype, and I always envisioned it as, and you're going to see a little bit of influence, possibly, maybe, on that. I always envisioned it as, like, a damned royal family, like, you know, like kings and all that stuff, that turned evil. And you asked about Tengoku. Tengoku translates into heaven. It's kind of like heaven god, so kind of somewhere around there. It's mainly like castle soldier theme type thing. That's always how I envisioned it. I mean, maybe Tyler can elaborate a bit on that, or.
I don't know. I just think of cool names, and then you guys just write them in. Anthony actually made a lot of the May Rise cards that you'll see in the later episodes.
Oh
shit.
Ray Malus.
Oh.
Ray Malus.
I got thrown into the Sphere.
Some new stuff coming up. Like I said, it'll go more along with that king, queen, prince, princess archetype. I'm getting in trouble. I'm gonna shut my mouth now.
Just bleep it out, don't
Yeah. No, he'll probably edit it out of spite. Okay. I also appreciate that you want to make cards. We do like seeing fan-made cards. We can't necessarily guarantee they might make it into the show, but we do. I welcome fan art or fan-made cards. I'd like to see them if you want to make some and send them to me. I'll look at them.
Like, we really like fan art.
Yeah, we like
really
fan art. Like, we
looking
like
at
yeah.
fan art, yeah.
Let's see. John Skinner wants to know: is Travis getting a haircut soon? And is Tyler and Travis brothers? Because the episode Travis and Tyler both have teeth in it. Yeah, they're brothers.
Yes,
Are
we're
you-
brothers. And no, I'm not getting a haircut. If I do get a haircut, it's not going to be shorter than like this. Yeah, right now it's like down here. So like if I do get a haircut, it'll only be like a few like inches. That's it.
Have a beard, boy. Keeping that right.
Oh, the beard. I periodically shave my beard off every once in a while, just so my skin can like breathe, because my skin gets like really dry underneath my beard. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, question. Do you think you could incorporate more powerful clones of Eltor's army, the Earthbound Immortals 7 to signify the rank, and possibly also bring into the series the Wicked Gods and the Sacred Beast? And also, could you possibly have a turbo duel?
More powerful clones. You'll probably see some more in Season 3. Using those cards, probably not. Turbo dueling, maybe. We talked about it before. It's possible you might see one.
Yeah. You enjoyed every episode. You guys had any other kind of god cards, like the Wicked God card or something, when we make a movie in the future? It's the thing with the god cards, Tyler, I mean, I know he likes to have plot relevance to a lot of
there's
the
like a
powerful
god card,
cards.
it has to have like plot relevance. Like, some guy can't be walking down the street and be like, I got these wicked god cards, like, and not explain like where they came from. Like that, something like that just really bugs me.
And besides, it would also, like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I love Revelations, I want to make my own Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. It opens the doors to future Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. You know, like, the Egyptian god cards have been used, but nobody really does anything with the Wicked Gods, or nobody really does anything with the Sacred Beast, so...
Prez does the things with the wicked gods.
Oh, he does the Wicked Gods.
Shout out to Prez.
I haven't seen Excalibur, I'm sorry. I want to watch it soon. I'm just life, and I have a shit ton of stuff
For
to watch.
the movie part, Tyler and Anthony and I have been talking about possibly collaborating a short movie or series that has nothing to do with our show, kind of like an alternate timeline, so to speak, and tie in with like Prez and Sean and Tom and their shows, so kind of like a 3 Yu-Gi-Oh! Shows combined into one. It probably won't happen anytime soon, but it's in the talks. So we're going to talk everything over with them eventually, and they might make a cameo in our shows, not as their characters from their shows, but they might make a cameo in our show here and there, and possibly vice versa when we do this. We've been talking to them very close about their stuff, and they seem down for a collaboration, so we're going to try and make something like that happen for the future.
Alright, let's see, you did that. Question for all cast. Stop Mojo Animations. How do you each feel about your prospective characters? Where do you think their personality and journey is heading / going, where you would like it to go, and do you each get a say in the progression of your characters in any or all aspects? Yeah, Tyler's very flexible when it comes to our characters. He lets us have input with our ideas and stuff. I just want to reiterate again that Leslie and Larthnox is very personal to me. A lot of it is very aspects of my life, so I have a deep connection with my character. As far as where they're heading / going, it's going to be really cool. That's all I can say.
Brandon's based off of me. I can be hot-headed sometimes. I can be dumbfounded sometimes. I can be arrogant or angry. But one thing I am all the time is a loyal friend. So I base Brandon off of myself, and I kind of want to make him cockier. I've never been a very cocky person.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Throws Leslie.
Scumbag Anthony.
Throws Leslie into the shadow portal. I'm a loyal friend.
Yeah, I'm a
Technically,
loyal.
Brandon and Leslie weren't friends.
It's true.
I'm just saying, it's fun acting a little cockier as a character. It's fun just taking yourself and like, how would I be if I was back in high school as an arrogant jock instead of like, I was a jock but I wasn't like the jock. So it's fun to act like the arrogant jock who are on like the strut walk and be like, hurry up friends! And the hair flips, so it's just fun to live, but like, in the end, my character's May. I don't know, without spoiling stuff.
Travis or Tyler?
Thank you, Anthony.
Travis the trainee is like driven by goals. Goals and gains. And as far as where he's headed, he's headed to some pretty dark places in scenes to come. His path is going down a darker side. It's taking a darker turn.
No, Travis, no!
Padme, mad face.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna become even more serious than before, I think. And yeah.
I don't really know how to say this without sounding like some
Dick.
Yeah.
like a dake. Sorry.
Valtor is basically everything that I wish I could become. An extreme version of that. Just so I don't want to walk around and be like, I hate everyone. I just want to kill everyone. That's not actually, but he's like an extreme version of that. And basically all the core character traits that I wish I could have, like being invincible, being a dick to people, being all powerful
without
leader.
consequence.
Yeah, without any consequences. That's pretty much where Valtor comes from.
Where do you think he's headed?
Where is he headed?
To power. Unlimited power.
Going straight to the top.
Okay. My most concerned question, how much does Tyler weigh and how old is he? He looks so skinny.
I already said it before. I'm 24. Unlike Travis, I don't like to work out at all. I don't really like physical activity. As my dad calls me, I'm a cave dweller. So I usually just like to sit in my basement, edit or write scripts or play games. I don't like to work out or do anything physical, so that's kind of why I don't really have any gains, and I'm kind of thin. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other people out there like this. It's I can eat as much stuff as I want, and I will never gain any weight.
I'm kind of the same way though. I eat a lot of food and I barely gain weight. It's hard. So.
Well, you both suck.
Yeah, seriously.
Nah,
it's our Canadian genetics. We have American genetics.
Yeah.
Metabolism.
Indeed. What have you guys been doing in your main lives, if it's no problem to ask? Not using my $150,000 degree that I graduated with. I wait tables at a resort. It's okay. It's a job. It pays the bills right now. It's not my dream job. Hopefully my boss isn't watching. I don't think they are. But yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. That and playing video games. And, normal standard stuff.
I scoop ice cream and make ice cream. I've had this job for almost 10 years now, all through high school and college. Great bosses, couldn't say nothing bad about them. They're watching. I'm also went to school for teaching, so possibly will have a job next year for teaching. I'm not going to say where, I'm not going to say what grade, because I don't want anyone to come up to my class and say, hey, you're that guy who plays Brandon Blaine. And my kids will be like, who's Brandon Blaine? Shh!
And that has happened.
Yeah, shh.
And you're subbing right now, right?
I am subbing at schools right now, and one of the kids actually recognized me as an actor from the show. I was like,
No, I'm just his twin brother. Rob Matrix.
Right now, I'm in the process of gathering credits for engineering program. So I am studying calculus and physics right now. And I'll be in university for mechanical engineering soon. Tell her.
I just edit and go on the role play and play games. I had like a few jobs. I've had lots of jobs and stuff. I kind of get like I get bored doing like those regular jobs. Like I've worked at like photo labs, printing pictures. I've worked at like editing, like the old Super 8 film reels, like really simple editing. You just cut off the starts and the ends of the clips. And I've had like lots of different jobs, but none of them have really done it for me. So I've kind of like just been doing in and out stuff. Right now, I'm not really working anywhere because I have enough cash for me right now. But probably eventually, I'm gonna go to school for visual effects artist for film and television.
You got accepted to one like college already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Do any of you guys watch One Piece? No.
Nope.
I would like to watch more anime though, so that's again probably my long list of shit to watch.
The last anime I watched was One Punch Man with my sister.
Attack on Titan for me.
Attack on Titan for me.
I don't really watch One Piece. I've heard like it's really good and it's amazing and everything, but the art style just really doesn't do it for me. And like I just, no matter how hard I try, I can't start it. Like the character design and the art style, just I can't do it.
What do you guys do in your personal life? Masturbate. Just kidding. Just kidding.
He's not kidding.
Oh come on, everybody does that. Work, video games, internet. I don't go outside a lot. I have allergies, so I try to avoid the outdoors like the plague. I'm more
Work.
really.
Just work, 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 work.
Work. Okay, Rihanna. Travis, how about you?
Yeah, pretty much covered that.
Yeah,
Just
you
like
got covered,
like
yeah.
studying, going to the gym, eating. Yeah.
Here's why. Why does Tyler always talk so Valtorish, even when in just an update video or Q&A like this? Is he a method actor, or is Tyler the real life Valtor?
Like I said, Valtor is who I wish I could be, so I like talking like him. Sometimes I'll just, when I go to the washroom, I just look in the mirror, I'll just like, say random things in the Valtor voice and watch myself, just because
Just because he can,
Just 'cause I
because
can.
he is Valtor.
Ooh, how do you come up with all the character names and card names?
They just come to me. They're part of the vision. They just come.
You better be careful. Marvel's gonna sue us. You said Vision 3 times. And finally, for all members of the cast, which Yu-Gi-Oh character would you say greatly resembles you personally, or your character you play on the show? Yami Merrick.
Joey Wheeler. Wait, who are...
Resembles us, or
I'd say a mixture of Joey and Yugi, since I use a lot of Yugi cards, but I act like Joey.
I'd say Yami.
A 10.
Yeah, a Tem.
I didn't show him season 5 yet. Probably Darts for Valtor because he's like the closest thing. I think Valtor is kind of more hardcore than Darts, but
Oh yeah.
and then Kaiba would probably resemble Elysius a bit.
Oh yeah.
Kyla's Dogma. Okay. Writing his own Yu-Gi-Oh series, wants permission to use certain characters and likenesses. That would be something you should probably message him.
Yeah.
Like copyright stuff, because like we can't really answer for Tyler based on that, because it's more like his show. So
Yeah.
like, because I get like people asking me like, is it okay if we use Larthanogs or if we use this and that in the show? And I'm like, that's more of a Tyler question, because I can't speak for Tyler when it's his show. So like, if anybody wants to like use something and talk to him about copyright or crediting, message him. Or his Valtor account. He has a Valtor account on Facebook. You should like message him because we can't really. It's not our permission to do that.
Like I know a lot of people like have made their series. Like,
Yeah.
I know like the Excalibur series. They've made a lot of people have made like their own series take place in that dimension. I probably wouldn't recommend doing that with our series because there's a lot of hardcore stuff that happens that isn't. It's not really predictable. It makes writing. It would make writing like your own stuff very difficult, and we can't. Like you wouldn't be able to come to us and say, "Oh, how can I write around this?" Like we wouldn't be able to tell you because it's spoilers. What is it? Is it a funny one?
It's coming up.
Oh, okay. Darth Endemic, the Sith Tank. What video games do you all play in your free time when you all just hanging out together? What platforms do you prefer?
We all have PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
We used to be on the Xbox side, but we
Chose the better side.
We were seduced. by
Pretty much
heavy-
RPGs for me, like Dragon Age, Final Fantasy, deep games like that. Anything with a story. I don't really care about graphics. I consider myself more of an old school gamer. I don't like video games nowadays because I feel like they're all about flash and trying to impress people, and they're not like very story or character driven. And that's a big thing with me being an actor / writer. I'm more about character and story development.
Minecraft, Last of Us, GTA,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Alright, also, how do you guys feel about Dueling Network getting suspended by Konami for using card images? I think it's a load of bullshit, honestly. Magic the Gathering websites are up and they do things like that. Nobody goes after that. Nobody goes after the Pokemon thing. I think Konami's are just really being airtight assholes about it. I don't care.
They could get us for something.
They're not watching this anyway.
So, watch the video. Oh, really now? I'm going to ban your videos because that one in the red says that about us.
Fight me, Konami bro. Question. What? Oh, okay, I got you. Since the TCG released some cards like Card of Knives and Trap Wolf Spikes, ooh, they have that now?
That's alright.
Will you consider using those cards?
Like, I know Carlos used Card of Demise.
Yeah, it's already kind of
We used the anime effect, he dropped 5.
Let's see. Does Tyler sit on Facebook doing the roleplay while editing the latest episodes?
I do it all the time. Like, I literally just sit, like, while I'm editing, I'll just sit on the roleplay and do random Valtor things, and, what's the other guy? Elysius. Well, I don't think, like, there's a lot of people that don't know what we have this roleplay group on Facebook, we have a lot of people in there. There's like, it's like an alternate storyline for Revelations, and like everyone kind of puts in their own characters, and it's like this text-driven thing, and like everyone duels on Dueling Network, and like based on the outcome, like it kind of changes the direction of the story, and it has like permadeath, and like 50 million people have died, and like Larthanox has like killed 50 million people, and Night Fury's killed people,
And Night Fury's eating people.
Yeah.
and Elysius has a baby with like a snake Orochimaru person.
If you guys want to check out the roleplay, we have a Facebook group for it. I'll have Tyler link it in the description below or to the top or wherever it is now on YouTube.
And Baltor's trying to steal the baby.
Okay. That's not
Spoilers.
Ramble. We need to get going with some of these questions. Will you guys ever use the Planet Series numbers or Dual Jet? I don't even know what the Planet Series is. And numbers maybe.
Captain Planet.
There probably won't be numbers in the show.
I don't know. Yeah.
You
Okay.
have to
Cool.
plan it, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys planning on doing any new series?
Star Wars.
Yeah, we want to do a few, like, you know, I like Star Wars. Maybe we could do a couple Star Wars fan films. Those are kind of like hardcore. If you don't do it like perfectly right, all the Star Wars fans are gonna be like, you did this wrong. This lightsaber doesn't look good. Your costumes are off. Like that's kind of like the really hardcore like fandom to like do film in. I really like Vanguard. Maybe we could do something with that.
We talked about Pokemon.
We could do Pokemon, but that's kind of hard as well. Because
Yeah.
like, you have to make it look good.
Let's see.
And like it kind of would irritate.
I'd say more hard, like
Travis and
effects.
Tyler, what did you like when visiting the U.S.? Foods, activities, anything you enjoyed during your visit a while ago?
I'd say there's like this gas station or something. It's called Sheets.
Yes.
That was awesome. Like it was like 2 hot dogs for $1 or something.
99 cents.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was, and all the food there, you can get so much for so cheap. We don't have that in Canada.
So you're not fat.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Like, that was my mind was like blown. I was like, I can get all this food for like $1.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing, you know. Yeah, and among other things.
Hershey Park.
Yeah. Hershey Park went to laser tag. We went to get some. I did. And
Alright.
yeah.
What year does the show take place?
I'd probably say present day, but in the past there was an event that caused dual monsters to just become like a global phenomenon, and like the invention of the dual discs like just kind of made it blow up, and it's pretty much like everything's become like a dual monsters world. Like all the technology's like a little bit more advanced, but not really like ridiculously so. Like the one who has like all the advanced technology is like Valtorfus. Like in the show, the Orichalcos gave the Atlanteans the like advanced technology, and you could see like the flashback, they had like flying cars and stuff like that. Just a disclaimer here: there's no relation to the Atlantis thing and the Revelations, because Revelations actually takes place in an alternate dimension. Like not a lot of people know about that. It takes place like in an alternate dimension than the actual show.
And there are references to that in the
yeah,
intro.
there's references to that. Yeah.
Are you making a memorial service for Larthnox? If so, what is the date? Who says he's dead?
You said, why would we need to do a nose? There was no body. He threw a shadow spirit into the shadow portal.
Oh, here's one. Does Tyler work on everything in this series, or do you guys help him out from time to time, like script writing, film date planning, and editing? Tyler does all the editing. I can't edit to save my life.
And he would like our probably editing style anyway.
I do want to learn how to edit
It's
for like my series and stuff down the future. I'd like to like learn it's a hobby, but
We've done scripts for him.
Yes.
We've done card making for him.
Yep.
And we filmed our own stuff in America for him.
Yep.
But all the editing and the majority of the scripts is him right there.
Yeah, at one point in the show, you're gonna see like parts of the script written by Anthony M. and Danny H. and we wrote some of the story.
And like if it's like the editing thing, like I have to do it all myself. If I like, even if I taught them how to do it, it would take too long because I've been editing for like 10 years, and like there would be like consistency issues and everything. It would just actually end up being faster if I just did it all myself. And then if I gave it to someone else, it wouldn't coincide with the vision.
Well, all of you do once the Yu-Gi-Oh series is finished. This series is going on forever. I don't think they'll ever
there's
finish.
no end.
I don't know. Well, he did say we might do some other stuff, and depending on like if
Personal lives where we move.
personal lives, like if I get involved with the television and film industry, which is what I want to do. I don't know. We'll have to see.
I'll be teaching, so who knows?
December's
only for me.
Sorry, I'm trying to read through all these questions here. No, he answered that he's not going to shave.
Travis is not going to shave. Maybe, but
Is
not
Carlos
his own
really
choice.
dead? Please have him revived. Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, he did.
He's like missing the lower half of his body.
Oh, Carlos, yeah.
How long is Travis going to be the trainee?
It's so right center. Best question ever.
Spoilers.
Best question ever.
Do you think you use a wolf deck in the future if you use it? Maybe.
Maybe.
Probably not. Like,
Maybe. No.
Wait, what were they saying?
Deck.
For Travis?
No, it's in general.
Just in general, probably not. No.
Will Valter face Ashy before Travis, and what's to be of Matthew since his soul back and been unconscious as Travis defeated him with red eyes?
Zashin
The
thing is
first one's
spoilers.
spoilers. The thing with Matt, when we had like when I edited the trailer, like originally in the original season 2 scripts, Matt was like a main character because he was supposed to come back, but then some stuff happened and he couldn't film anymore. So like the thing with Matt is like when Valtor released him, he wouldn't be so foolish to just let him go walking out. It was a temporary release. So when Matt was defeated by Travis, unbeknownst to him, his soul was actually just simply transferred back to his original prison. So he's just simply left in his coma now.
Alright, is the actor for Phoenix still in the show?
Phoenix.
Phoenix is actually Matthew's brother in real life, and then we've kind of like lost touch with them a bit over the years because they moved away. They used to be our next door neighbors, and they moved away like after around like episode 12 came out. So that's kind of why they haven't been appearing a lot in the show. It's kind of just difficult to like put down a date at a time to like film. And I'm not sure if they're actually like completely interested in actually being in the show, but it's not likely that they will appear again. I wish they could appear again because I'd love to like resolve that part of the story, like their storylines. I hate it when you have characters and then they kind of just disappear and then you can't resolve their storylines or anything.
Okay, a lot of people have also been asking, like, how can I be a character in the show? How do I apply for a position? What do I do for that? First of all, we really appreciate that you want to be in the show. That's really cool. At the moment, though, we're not really looking for any new, like, character-wise.
We don't need any more, like, main people.
But, like, I don't know. You want to do like clips? Of,
Like I wouldn't mind like extras, like just like I really need like people for like the Hail Valtor thing, like the scenes of people getting just random people getting sealed, random people's pictures for the soul wall because it's kind of weird. I just like to fill it up with different pictures sometimes just to show how massive it is. Yeah, that's pretty much the only ways. Like if there was like if I needed like a people like they would probably just be like a random minion who just like is only in for like one episode, and then for that you'd like physically have to be like near us in Canada in order to like play that part, because it's just like they did like the whole like thing where they sent us the clips before, and it was good for a while, but then after a while the quality of the clips wasn't fitting with the vision, so that's kind of then they started coming up here, and then it was like we can all have the same consistency now. Yeah.
Alright, have you guys ever thought about a non-canon duel episode like Travis versus Brandon? I think, I mean, maybe like as a special or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's an interesting question.
Why would two heroes do each other?
I don't know. They have bigger fish to fry.
Valtor!
What software do you guys use for editing? Only reason I'm asking this is because I'm making my own video. Tyler, you want to field that one?
I use Sony Vegas for just regular editing and Adobe After Effects for all the visual effects and stuff. I'm not going to go into detail how I do everything, but it's pretty extensive, all the stuff that I have to do to get it to look the way that it does.
Oh, okay. And the last question, if you ever do episode 69, will you do any innuendos for it? I mean, come on, it's 69, the dirty number.
If Carlos was there, he would definitely do an innuendo.
Probably a whole Carlos special.
Yeah.
It would, but
Carlos would
unfortunately,
return for like one episode.
His ghost.
yeah,
I'm sure there's a way we can.
Ghost.
I'm sure there's a way we can make 69 like maybe dirty in some way, or throw something in there, see if anyone catch it.
Yeah, that'd be sick if like Carlos's ghost came and made like some like references to like 69s.
Yeah, all of a sudden you see Carlos's ghost. Peters.
Yo, Travis, mate, go get down on that honey mine.
What? What was that? I heard some sort of disturbance. Sounded like Carlos.
It's me, mate. Go get the strip club for me, mate. I haven't been there in so long.
I don't have time for that, Carlos.
Come on, mate. For everyone, if you think we didn't answer your question, a lot of them were repeat questions.
Yeah.
So if we didn't say your name, please do not think we forgot about you. We just kind of skipped through the ones that were already repeats.
No, the spoiler one.
Or spoilers, yeah.
So that's all of our stuff.
Yeah, we try to answer questions. We don't like say. I mean, it's funny to joke around like, "Ha, that's spoilers. Ha, that's spoilers." But we don't always like telling you guys spoilers. We like to like legitimately try and answer your questions the best we can without spoiling anything in the show. So that's why, like, if you feel like your question was skipped, like you said, chances are it's probably spoilers or something. Like, because we don't want to keep saying spoilers. You know what I mean? But yeah, we try to answer as many questions as we can. And, you know, you can always message, the page or something.
Oh crap, we have an incoming question.
No.
What?
What is it?
Same question Harry asked.
No, it didn't.
It's on the live feed.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
No, we're good.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, that's about it, right guys?
Yeah.
So again,
We have to tell them our names
No.
every time.
No.
They know who we are.
Oh,
They've watched this long into the video.
Please don't ask us when episode 36 is coming out on this video, because
They're gonna ask it now because he told them.
no, please don't. And no, in all seriousness, it's really annoying. Like,
Just to be trolls, they're gonna ask it.
We want to ask Tyler that question too.
Yeah.
But we don't because we know he hates when we ask that question.
Yeah.
And sometimes when we edit in the episode, like, oh, so how's the progress? Like, you know what? I'm gonna go play Star Wars now because I don't want to edit anymore.
Yeah.
So every time you ask that question, Tyler does not edit.
Yeah, it's kind of bothersome. Like, don't do it.
Every time someone asks that question, I'm gonna delete one scene from the thing.
Oh.
Ask me read.
And he'll play Star Wars instead and not edit.
And then I-
Or roleplay.
Or roleplay. I'll just like delete, or not delete, just close all the edits. Have to sit on the roleplay for one
Yeah.
day every time someone asks you.
Okay, so this has been the 2016.
Actually, no, they're gonna ask it now. Because they're like, we want time to go on the roleplay so we can roleplay with them all the time. Actually, I'm not gonna go on the roleplay.
If you purposely ask, and we know who you are who role plays with us, we know your account names on YouTube and everywhere else. So if you purposely ask when the episode is coming out, we will purposely not roleplay.
Valtor's just gonna go into his chamber and meditate for a week.
And work out with OP Jack Knight
Yeah,
Fury.
it's a Jack Knight Fury picture.
Okay, so again, check out the meme page. Check out our page on Facebook if you're not there already. Subscribe to YouTube if you haven't already. And if you want to join the roleplay, ask us to join. We'll invite you to it and accept your request.
Like the Dead Soldier production page, share it with your friends, share it with your neighbors, share it with your enemies, share it with your lover, share it with people you don't like.
Anthony, you hear about the
No, we want people that like Yu-Gi-Oh to watch the show, not those darn haters.
Because they'll be the one that says, hey, when's episode 36 come out? Good job!
Well, like my favorite meme goes, haters be given some salty looks. Salty looks.
Okay.
No, yeah, okay.
In all seriousness, though, thank you guys for asking us questions why Anthony and I were here in Canada. It's been fun. The last video we did for Canada Q&A, the sound wasn't working, so that's why we
Yeah.
have one with Kate and Sid with us. So we're glad this one's actually going to work.
Yeah. That's why we went a little longer, too. We want to try and answer as many of your questions as
Yeah.
possible, because we felt bad that the last one we tried to do wasn't a success.
Okay, so this is our last night in Canada, because before this episode comes out, it's going to be way past when we're in Canada. So we're going to go celebrate our last night here now with these guys. Before we leave, no, we're going to celebrate. Not that kind of celebrate. Anyway, so thanks again for watching, guys. Thanks for being great fans, and it's been fun sitting here with the legends.
I'm not a legend.
Alright.
The Nuggets out.
See you later, guys.
See ya.
Farewell.